Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Berryjuicysweet Dishes. And if this is your first time, please hit that like button and also that bell right beside. And to all my returning viewers, welcome back. And to everyone, all positive vibes. Well, today I will be making some meatloaf cupcakes. Let me show you how. Let's begin. So I'm going to use 1 pound of ground beef. I'm going to also add a half of cup of breadcrumbs. You can use plain, you can use the Italian style. It's up to you. I'm using the Italian style. Next, I'm going to add 1 large egg. Next, I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of milk. I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. I'm going to also add a 1/2 teaspoon of some garlic powder. I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of the Samsung complete seasoning. Next, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of ketchup. I'm going to mix this together. So once I mix my meatloaf together and all the ingredients, I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. Next, I'm going to take my muffin pan and I'm going to line it with some cupcake liners. And then I'm going to take my meatloaf and I'm going to fill that up. Just like that. And I'm going to fill all of them up. Once I filled each cupcake to the top, now I'm going to put this in the oven and I'm going to bake this in that preheated oven for about 20 to 25 minutes or until the meatloaf is cooked thoroughly. All right, let's check on our meatloaf. Looks about done. Let's take it out and let it cool. Now while our meatloaf is cooling, let's work on our mashed potatoes. So you could take 4 medium-sized potatoes, or you can use 3 large russet potatoes. And we're going to go ahead and peel the skin off of these potatoes, and then we're going to dice them up. All right, so once I peeled and cut my potatoes into cubes, I'm going to bring this water to a boil, and I'm going to boil these potatoes until they're soft and tender and ready to be mashed. So I let my potatoes cook for about 15 to 20 minutes until they became tender. So now I'm going to go ahead and mash these potatoes. So after draining the water off of my potatoes, I'm going to go ahead and mix them in a bowl. So now what I'm going to do is mash my potatoes. Once I mash my potatoes, I'm going to add about a half a cup of the heavy cream. Next, I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of some sour cream. Next, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of some ranch seasoning. This here is an optional seasoning. You do not have to add this seasoning, but I'm going to add 1 tablespoon. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to also add 1 teaspoon of the black pepper. Now I'm going to mix everything up until it is smooth and creamy. So now we're going to pipe the mashed potatoes up inside of a piping bag, and we're going to use a star tip to give it that 3D frosting effect. Alright, so after we pipe our bag with the mashed potatoes, we're going to go ahead and load it up. I definitely am not a cake decorator. Once I top my meatloaf with the mashed potatoes, I'm going to sprinkle some chives on the top. And you also have the option of drizzling some gravy on top. All right, let's give it a try. I also have a bowl of gravy. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit on the top. Oh, that is delicious. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and also share the video. Again, everyone, thank you for tuning in to my channel, Berry Juicy Sweet Dishes. Well, bye for now.